Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're taking a look at the Operator. The Operator is the most expensive sniper rifle and one of the best weapons in the game. Before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more content. It really helps me out. Taking a quick look at the stats and some of the pros and cons, we can see that the Operator has very high damage, and one shot to the head or body, except for the arms or legs, is a one-shot kill. This is one of the main pros of this gun, and it acts just like an AWP in CSGO. It also has a 2.5 times magnified scope as well as a 5 times magnified scope, so you can switch between the two by right-clicking once or twice to get the more zoomed-in version. And this is the most powerful scope in the game, meaning you can pick off your enemies from a really far distance easily just by aiming for their body or head, and other people will have a much harder time getting you if you're very far away trying to aim for your head. The high damage that comes with this gun is consistent up to 50 meters, so you don't have to worry about attacking someone and not dealing full damage to them if they're very far away. It also comes with a magazine capacity of 5 rounds, meaning you can kill more than one enemy without having to reload. And because of the one-shot, one-kill policy this gun has, you can be effective with it at all ranges, not only from a far distance but also up close. Adding to all that, you have high wall penetration, meaning you can kill your enemies who are hiding behind walls or boxes. With that said, there are some cons, as with any gun in Valorant, and with the Operator, one of the biggest cons really is that it has such a low rate of fire. It's a bolt action rifle, not a semi-automatic like the stats say, and that means after taking every shot you have to wait before the next shot is ready to take, and that is very slow. It's slower than the Marshall and a lot slower than the Guardian. Because of this, it is very unforgiving if you miss or hit someone on the arms or legs, because if you do miss, if they're at a far distance, you'll have to go back into cover and peek again, which can be very risky. And if they are close to you, you really have a much bigger problem where as soon as you miss, the enemy might quickly charge you and get you before you can reload and take another shot. To add to that, reloading with this weapon is also very slow, so keep that in mind. And another major con for this gun is that it has very low mobility, meaning you have very low movement speed when using this gun. It makes sense because it is a big heavy sniper, but it really does affect your gameplay and limit you, and it's a lot harder to be aggressive or as aggressive as you can be with the Guardian or even the Marshall. It's not quite like the AWP in CSGO, but you can still do very well playing aggressively with this gun. So moving on to the aim, in general you want to aim down sight and aim for where the enemy's head or body will appear as soon as they come around a corner, so that as soon as they do, you can just take a shot and kill them. If an enemy is very close, you might want to Noscope, that means shooting without aiming down sight, but only do this as a last resort because it's normally not the best thing to do. When aiming down sight, you'll notice a little red dot in the center of your screen. This red dot indicates whether your next shot will be accurate or not. So if you do see the red dot there, then your shot will be accurate. But if you don't see the red dot there, it means your next shot won't be accurate and you might miss the target completely. It's important to make sure that the red dot is always visible when you take a shot, so that your shots will be accurate. This means you don't want to move a lot while aiming down sight, and if you do, just take small steps at a time so it doesn't affect the accuracy or the red dot too much. A good tactic while aiming down sight to help you stay alive is to stand on one spot and move to the left or right ever so slightly, constantly, so it doesn't diminish your accuracy, but you do have a better chance of staying alive and quickly ducking behind cover if an enemy appears. This works because you're already anticipating an enemy coming around the corner at any moment. This can be a better tactic than just standing still and aiming down sight like a potato. It's easier said than done, but with enough practice you will get good at it. Something you'll have to learn if you want to do well with the Operator is how to quickscope. Quickscoping is when you sidestep and aim in at the same time and quickly take a shot, killing the enemy before quickly going back into cover, before they get a chance to react. So to do this, you want to visualize in your head where the enemy will be before you pop round a corner, and then quickly pop around the corner and aim in at the same time. So as soon as your body is visible, you are aiming down sight and as soon as you see someone, you just kind of take a shot at their body or head. This does involve a lot of skill, but the more you practice, the better you will get. So don't worry if you have no experience doing this before. Just try and you will slowly get better at it, and eventually you'll be very good at it and it will just be easy to do. Going into the movement, as we said, the operator has very low mobility and a very low movement speed when using the gun, which means you have to play in a more sneaky beaky way most of the time, but if you do choose to be aggressive, you have to get used to using your knife to quickly switch between fast movement speed and slower movement speed. You can cycle through your weapons using the keys 1, 2 and 3, and if you need a little bit of defense while running, use your pistol, but if you just need the max movement speed you can get, use your knife. In general, you want to walk around sneaky beaky with this gun and try to hold very tight corners where you can just about see the enemy, but the enemy will have a very hard time spotting you. And get used to using your knife or pistol to give you more movement speed so that you can quickly get away or change position after taking a shot and missing. This will help you stay alive and get more kills, and if you're playing aggressively, this can also be very useful. And if you do want to play aggressively, I recommend going for quick scopes mostly, and then following through with every shot by aiming down sight again or pushing in and quick scoping around the next corner. That's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and it helped some of you out there. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.